Give me Southern Command. Southern Command. Bomb North Gaza. Copy. People are upset. What do we tell them? Tell them to head south on the safe route to the safe zone. It's safe. Copy. Okay, now bomb the safe route and the safe zone. Copy. Okay, the people are enraged. What do we tell them? Tell them to head more south on the safer route to the safer zone. It's the safest. Copy. Okay, now bomb the safe route and the safe zone and turn the safe zone into a zone. Copy. Okay, now are there any more Muhammads on the AI generated list? Plenty. Stomp them out. And what about their sons and daughters? I think you mean junior militants. Frag them with dumb bombs. Got it. Oops. Oof. The international community is pressed. What do we tell them? Battalions embedded with civilians. So, continue bombing the civilians. Okay, they're pissed now. Tell them to go to Rafah. Okay, they're all in Rafah now. I think you mean the last Hamas bastion in southern Gaza. Ooh, that's good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, well, what do we say now? Because we did tell them to go to Rafah and Al-Mawasi. Well, they're complaining that there's nothing there. There's just the sea. Oh no, not the sea. Okay, look, the U.S. is backing out. We need to improvise. Let's just demand the hostages again. The world's calling for a permanent ceasefire. Best I can do is say 6 weeks. So 6 weeks? That's what we're gonna say. Okay, they're asking what happens after the end of the 6 weeks. An interranium. Okay, what is that? It just means we're definitely gonna start bombing them again. Perfect. The U.S. wants us to investigate ourselves for war crimes. We're looking into it. Sir, there's some talk about sanctioning the IDF. It was the Netzah Yehuda. In North Gaza. Bomb them. South Gaza. Bomb them. The ambulance is picking up amputated. Bomb them. On their way to the hospital. Bomb it. Reporters writing stories. About the bombs? Yes. Bomb them. UN workers giving out aid. Bomb them and bomb it. Okay, but the United States is saying that we have to let some through. Airdrop it. Perfect. The airdrop's actually tragic. Now what? Actually, that's a very good question. Did we bomb the hospitals? Yes. Oh, right. Bomb them again. Okay, some of the neighboring countries are actually getting upset. Which ones? Lebanon, Syria, and Jordan. Bomb. The Houthis in Yemen are getting good press. Call up the New York Times. Get me New York Times. Yeah. Iranian-backed militia. Got it. And what about Hezbollah? An Iranian-linked terror group. Got it. Okay, the famine worked, and now our hostages are being starved. Nothing a nice little bombing can't fix. Certainly. Just 1 second. Yeah, the press is asking about those hospitals. You mean Hamas spittals. Right. Hamas battalions, we must crush them all. Okay, and what about the mosque we just bombed? That's a Just 1 second. Yes, sir. They're asking about the hospital. So lie. Well, we did. And? They caught it. So lie again. Well, we did that too. And? Well, they caught that too. See, the second lie didn't add up with the first lie, and so lie again. We did. And? We're not sure what's gonna happen now. It's fine, just keep making shit up. Oh, so we're good? Yeah, it doesn't matter. Why not? Because it's always much easier to assert a lie than it is to expose it. Yes, sir. Besides, by the time they figure it out, it won't matter. Why not? Because people forget, soldier. People always forget. They were a threat. The 3 Israelis taken hostage bearing a white flag, unarmed and crying out in Hebrew in the streets were a threat? We thought they were. They were in a Hamas stronghold. And how do you know that? Because we have the best intelligence. The best intelligence, but yet you still managed to mistakenly kill 3 of your own. And even when one was wounded, you went back and finished the job. Oops, tell the families we're sorry. This is an unbearable tragedy. My God, the humanity, this is not who we are. According to your own Hannibal directive, this is exactly who you are. Anti-Semite says what? Excuse me? Exactly. Now here, just read this note. We checked it out. It's fine, but also we'll do better next time. Sincerely, the most moral army in the world. Print it. Look, these people were suspicious. We thought they were You should blame Hamas. They were unarmed. They were without guns. You mean civilians? Everything's a trap. You shot in the head. But we're Jewish. You hog-tied executed them. You. And then buried them alive? But it's my favorite thing. You've single-handedly destroyed the entire education and healthcare infrastructure in Gaza? We have a right to defend. You bombed UN workers. No. You slaughtered entire families by waiting till they got home at night and bombed them at 5 a.m. when you knew they would be there. You bombed people trying to eat food?
They did it!
You bombed people trying to receive humanitarian aid?
We're looking into it!
And you bombed the people that were trying to administer humanitarian aid.
We conducted an investigation and we found we did nothing wrong!
You roped off entire neighborhoods and then bulldozed over them?
You're being anti-semantic!
You sent drones into Gaza playing audio of children crying to lure Palestinians out and then massacred them?
But like...
You used AI-generated lists and didn't bother to double-check the names.
Oh, that's the Netzahayuda!
You set up zones where anyone that meandered into this invisible zone was automatically targeted for.
No, that's the Netzahayuda!
Then you bombed the ambulances who were coming to help those people that were bombed.
Netzahayuda!
You're not allowing independent investigations?
It wasn't us, it was the Netzahayuda!
You sniped journalists.
We're looking into it!
You teachers and students.
It's just a few bad apples is all!
You used disproportionate violence.
Now we get to be the Gestapo!
You bombed a refugee camp?
Now we get to be the Gestapo!
And then ran them over with tanks?
But we're Jewish!
You're starving 2.3 million people?
But we're the chosen pee-hole!
You've been illegally occupying territory acquired through a war of aggression for the better part of a century?
This is our poopy land!
Says who?
God!
God?
Probably.
Well, why do you need violence to maintain it?
We're not violent, we're very peaceful.
You're single-handedly at war with 5 countries right now.
Nuh-uh, they started it!
Why can't you keep your citizens safe?
Because everyone should remember the hologram!
You've murdered 15,000 children at least.
But it's my
favorite thing.
Why don't you allow independent investigations in Gaza?
We are the independent investigation!
You bombed every hospital in Gaza.
They were all anti-Semitic!
The hospitals were? Hamas-spitals, yes. And the Hamas. Your soldiers shit their pants so hard at the prospect of facing actual combat that they hide in a bunker and bomb civilians in public infrastructure indiscriminately with a PlayStation controller?
We have the right to defend ourselves!
And then
oh my god, they all want to grape us! There's so much graping, it's a mass grapening!
There's no evidence.
But 3,000 years ago!
You bombed little in their sleep.
But the Merneptah Steel!
You can't commit a
But according to the Old Testament, we have the right to Delulu!
You occupy the Gaza Strip. Not since 2005, we withdrew. No, you redeployed your troops around the perimeter and then blockaded the Gaza Strip. That's still an occupation under INTLLAW.
But they elected Hamas!
You created Hamas.
No!
You empowered them, you funded them, and when they got too big, you bombed and starved them.
Intermittent fasting, mind you!
No, it's forced starvation.
It's starvation plus. You can't forget the plus sign on that, I think.
Oh my god, it's just a diet. It's a man-made famine.
Why didn't they just try diplomacy?
They did.
Nonviolent civil resistance?
They did.
Why didn't they ask nicer?
They did.
Well, what happened to their reasonable elected government?
Well, you assassinated them.
Nuh-uh!
Yeah, you assassinated them.
No!
You put over 1 million kids in a concentration camp? Hey, comparing anything to the Holocaust is denying the Holocaust. Nothing compares to the Holocaust. Okay, well, on October 7th, Hamas is trying to exterminate us. It's like the Holocaust all over again. But you just said, we must protect ourselves. We are the victims here. You proclaiming virginal innocence and equating yourself to be the same as the victims of the Holocaust, while you indiscriminately and systematically genocide people who have been living in what has been likened to an open-air concentration camp. And furthermore, the fact that you've been doing this for decades is in and of itself a denial of the Holocaust. Hamas targeted civilians. Israel is targeting civilians right now. No, Israel is at war. Well, if that's the case, then Israel is committing war crimes. Under the principle of the international humanitarian law and summarily expressed by Israeli scholar and former president of Tel Aviv University, Yoram Dinstein, there is no genuine difference between a premeditated attack and a reckless disregard for the principle of distinction. What's the principle of distinction? Parties to an armed conflict must at all times distinguish between civilians and combatants, and between civilian objects and military objectives. I want your land. No? I said it nicely. You can't have our land. Well, what if I take it? We will fight back. Oh my god, you guys, they're terrorists. Give us the land or we'll kill you. Israel, that's a war crime. But what about our settlements? In the occupied territories? Yeah, double no. You're not supposed to settle land that doesn't belong to you. I'm building a wall. Again, that's a war crime. Building a wall. No. A siege? Again, that's a war crime. A blockade. No, that's the same thing. Okay, fine, we'll leave, I guess. We never wanted the land anyway. We're just gonna hang out over here and make sure that nothing goes in or comes out, or nothing flies overhead. Comes by sea. Okay, I've got chocolate. Threat to national security. Chickpeas? That's a threat to national security. Ventilators. National security. Children's puzzles. National security. Oh me, oh my, and Yisrael Chai. It's our land, said Daddy from the sky. What do you mean? Like, that's our land? You personally live there?
No, the people that are my people lived on that land.
When?
Ancient, before time, my people, Israel Chai. Sky Daddy said so.
And where did you come by this information?
It was written in a book.
What book?
It was a miracle book.
Who's the author of this book?
I don't know, some person probably.
Who?
I don't know. It's not important. My dead ancestors lived here 3,000 years ago. God said so. It is the prophecy. We shall be free.
Yeah, we shall be free.
When the last man dies, for just words that he said.
Sounds pretty awesome.
Yeah.
But these people live here now. Look at them.
Where?
Right there.
I don't see them.
They're right here.
They're not there.
They're definitely right there.
No, nuh-uh.
Yes, they are.
Those aren't people.
That's definitely a whole lot of fucking people right there.
Oh, they're not. Through all things Chai is possible. We are the chosen people.
Okay, so you're the chosen people.
Chodes and peehole, yes.
And this is your promised land.
Poopy land, yes.
And you're related to the ancestors that used to live here thousands of years ago.
Yep, that's my crew.
So you should have no problem with taking a DNA test to confirm that.
Nixon ordered Cambodian genocide. Clinton sent cruise missiles to Sudan, people died. Obama gave the orders to do drone strikes. Reagan invaded Nicaragua in '85.